Welcome guys to the Meet Damien channel. I am Damien, and today's live stream we'll be talking about Bitcoin and some other cryptos here. We'll be looking at the charts here on TradingView, and I'll be taking requests on any specific altcoins or cryptocurrencies you want me to talk about. Let me go ahead and start looking at the charts here. Let me guys know if the music is a little bit too loud. I put on some new songs here, and some of the volume on the songs are, it's a little bit tricky. I'm trying to figure out, what's the correct volume to have them at, because they look like the songs are recorded at some pretty low volume. So I turn up the volume a little bit, but let me know if it's too loud for you guys, okay? But yeah, looking at the charts here for Bitcoin, let's take a look, see what we have here. Let me close this out here so we can get a bigger view of the chart here. You can see that Bitcoin is currently in a symmetrical triangle here, and let me just extend the triangle here a little bit longer here. But you can see like we have resistance here, we got touch here, and then if I extend this out here, we have the support coming in at these lines right here. So Bitcoin is currently in a symmetrical triangle, right? And looks like we'll get some resolution here. I'm looking at the 15-minute chart. Looks like we'll get some resolution on Friday. Bitcoin's gonna have either probably drop down to lower prices, or it's gonna go to higher prices sometime on Friday. And I think the big news that's coming for Friday is there'll probably be a decision on the Solana ETF, which is coming out sooner rather than later. And the SEC has to make a decision as to whether or not they're going to approve or deny the Solana ETF. Okay, and that's going to affect the price of crypto and other cryptocurrencies besides Solana. It's going to affect Bitcoin as well, but I think that's going to cause the price of these cryptos to go up or down. And I moved on to the daily chart here, and you can see like where this X marks the spot here on Friday here. We're gonna have some resolution on this symmetrical triangle if we're gonna go up or down here. The SEC doesn't have to deny, if they don't have to approve or deny the Solana ETF. They could actually just kick the can down the road, and if they do, then they have another decision deadline in March. Some people are saying that March might be the time frame that Solana actually gets an ETF approved. But right now, it could possibly happen on Friday, and I see that the charts are showing that might actually be the case here. With the end of this symmetrical triangle coming in on Friday here, we could be looking at we could be looking at prices going up if the Solana ETF gets approved, or maybe crypto and Bitcoin goes down because they decide to kick the can down the road. They're probably not going to say no. We do have a crypto-friendly Congress and crypto-friendly president, and we'll have a crypto-friendly administration coming on board here. So they're probably not going to deny it. It just might be a little bit too soon for them to actually say yes to that, because they just got in office right now. So they might actually kick the can on Friday, and they might kick the can down the road, and we might see just a delay. They might decide to make that decision in March. But looking at the charts here, if the market negatively reacts to that, we could see on the Fibonacci levels here, we could come down to this 0.786 level here at $101,000. We might see $101,000 Bitcoin, which would kick it down out of the symmetrical triangle. And then we'll have to readjust and figure out what the new chart pattern is going to be after that. But if Bitcoin is bearish, we could see $101,000 Bitcoin, or maybe even $99,000 Bitcoin, which we were at back on Sunday here. We saw $99,000 Bitcoin before we got the Trump pump, which sent us up to like what, $109,300 here. So let me just zoom out here a little bit here so you guys can see what the rest of the chart is looking like. So I got my Fibonacci analysis here between, you know, $99,000 and $109,000. If we keep going down further, you know, from where we are right now, you know, Bitcoin's currently trading $104,000. Hopefully you guys are able to see that. Yeah, you guys should be able to see that. We could come down to 101, or we could come down to 99. And I believe that, you know, by that point, the moving averages here on the daily chart, the green line, which is the 50 moving average, the white line, which is the 21 EMA, that should also provide us some support here. Because right now the green line and the white line, they're at $98,000. You know, I think a couple of days from now, being Friday, they'll probably creep up a little bit more and provide us support at $99,000. So I think you know, bearish price action might bring us down to like $99,000 if we are going to be bearish on Bitcoin here. If Bitcoin decides to get its act into gear and go to higher prices, then, you know, we're looking at resistance levels here at, you know, look, this Fibonacci analysis is saying that resistance should be at like 0.236 level at 106,000, basically $107,000 Bitcoin is where we could find some resistance at. And then of course the all-time high at $109,000 would be the next resistance level for Bitcoin. So that's Bitcoin in a nutshell here. Just looking at the daily chart. We'll go ahead and move on to another large cap cryptocurrency, and that's Ethereum. Okay, we'll see what Ethereum is doing on the charts here. So just zooming out here, Ethereum is also in a basically a symmetrical triangle in itself, and it's been in this symmetrical triangle ever since like November and December, and it's trailing. It's barely getting support off the bottom trend line here. Let me go ahead and move the moving averages here so it's not so cluttered. But you can see this yellow line. This is an upward trend line here, providing support for Ethereum. And Ethereum has disrespected it at least a couple of times here. I try to keep the trend line on the candle wick closes that are significant over here. I could always redraw it if I need to, but you get the gist of it, and the idea is that Ethereum is trading near the bottom of the trend line, which could be good if you want to put in a buy order on Ethereum. This might be the lowest prices that you're going to get for Ethereum before we get maybe a pump up in February or March. And if we get a pump up on Ethereum going into February and March, you know, I measured, you know, just using trend analysis here, you know, if you measure from the bottom that we made right before Donald Trump got elected to the top that we made here in December, you know, it's showing that Ethereum, you know, if we break out like at $3,500 here, Ethereum could get up to like $5,300. Okay, that is the bullish case on Ethereum. The bearish case on Ethereum, if we do break down out of this below this trend line that's currently trying to darn us to give us some support here, we could come back down to these levels here at like 2,500 or 2,700 on Ethereum. And if I pull up the VRVP, okay, it will give you an idea of like where the volume is and where traders settled up at. And it's showing that there's a very high volume node here at like $2,600 for Ethereum. Okay, so Ethereum, if it loses the price that it's at right now, you can see that we don't really have that much volume here. There's a volume gap on the VRVP. We will come straight down to $2,600 in no time. Okay, if Ethereum actually ends up being bearish and we lose $3,200. Okay, we have lost $3,200 only for like one day here on Monday, January 13th. But you can see buyers came in, they snatched up those low prices and they pushed us right back up to like $3,100 before pushing us up to higher prices, up to like $3,400, $3,500 last Friday. Okay. But, you know, with Ethereum, I wouldn't be extremely bullish on Ethereum until we get above the $3,500 level here. Okay. That $3,500 level is right where the point of control is for Ethereum right now. So if we get above the point of control, this blue line here, then you can start being more bullish on Ethereum, and maybe we will see Ethereum pump up to higher prices. And Ethereum has to get above this local high that it made back here in the beginning of January when Ethereum was trading at $3,700. So we want to see Ethereum get above $3,700 and possibly get up to, like, you know, the $4,000 psychological level, which was also like where the last high in December was made, around like $4,100, $4,000. So, you know, Ethereum has a lot of work to do, but you can't make money as Ethereum is going into if it does start getting a bullish pump here. You know, you can put your stop loss if you are going to be bullish on Ethereum. You can put your stop loss like right below these candle wicks here at like $3,100. So you're only risking what, like $100 on Ethereum, and you could be getting a significant price move upward. If Ethereum gets up to $4,000, you could basically, from where you're at right now, trading at $3,200, that's about a 23% gainer. Okay, you get a 23% gain on Ethereum, and you're only risking, if you take it down to like $3,100 on your stop loss, you're only risking basically 5% to try to make 20% here. Okay, so Ethereum could be worth taking a look at for those of you who are interested in crypto, but you want a pretty solid, stable cryptocurrency, just like Bitcoin. Maybe you already have some Bitcoin. Ethereum might be worth looking at here. Okay, so that's Ethereum. Let's go on to another big cryptocurrency here, and that would be XRP. Let's see how XRP is doing out there. XRP currently trading at $3.24 here. XRP has been making some pretty awesome bull flags here, as it's still in a bull trend. I have done some previous chart analysis here, but I'll just do it one more time for you guys who might be new to the channel or haven't seen XRP in a while here. Okay, XRP did break out of this bull flag that it was in throughout December and into January. We saw XRP get as high as $3.40. Okay, and XRP is in this like bull flag, okay, or symmetrical triangle. And if I just measure from where XRP made that initial move up out of this previous symmetrical triangle that it was in, to then go into this bull flag that it's in right now, you just take that measured move, right? You put it to like where Ethereum could be breaking out, like right here, okay, at $3.24, and it's showing that you could get like I don't know if you guys were able to see that, but that blue number right there, $4.17, could be the next price target for Ethereum. The next price target for XRP, Ripple, going forward into the future. And that could happen in February. That could happen on Friday, because if Solana actually gets an ETF approved, then that probably means that XRP Ripple is going to be next in line, and that's going to cause XRP Ripple investors to get excited, and traders will front run it before it gets an ETF approved, and they will send the price of Ripple higher in conjunction with Solana. Okay, so that's the bullish target on XRP. We'll probably talk about Solana as well. I do have another bullish price target on XRP here, and it's just showing that the Fibonacci analysis, measuring from the beginning of November to December, is saying that the 1618 is showing that XRP could be a $4.36 crypto. And if we were going to be bearish on XRP, then basically we would have to negate this price action that we had here, and we would probably come right back to the point of control, which is this blue line here, the high volume node, and that is sitting at like $2.40. So if XRP is bearish for whatever reason, then we could possibly come down to $2.40, and that would be where I would start getting bullish again on XRP and start putting in my longs to see if we get a bounce off that level there. Okay, but that's the bearish target, is $2.40 currently right now for XRP. And we'll move on to Solana, since we just mentioned it. Solana does have that ETF decision deadline coming up on Friday. So that we'll see how that's affecting the chart here. Let me just get rid of this. Clean things up a little bit here. But we're looking at Solana now, currently trading at $269. That's currently near its all-time high that it made back on Sunday here. We saw Solana get as high as $295 because of all the excitement behind Trump coin. All that money that went to Trump coin, people had to buy Solana to get their hands on Trump coin before the Trump coin started showing up on the exchanges like Coinbase and Kraken and Binance. Those exchanges now have Trump coin on there, but before you could even get onto an exchange to buy Trump coin, you had to buy Solana to then exchange it for Trump coin, because Trump coin was built on the Solana ecosystem. So a lot of people went on to like the decentralized exchanges like Radium, Orca, okay, some of the Solana decentralized exchanges, like another one like Jupiter, and they had to go on there. They had to take their Solana and go buy Trump coin, and that caused Solana to go up along with Trump coin. And Solana currently trading at 268. Looks like Solana, after the whole Trump coin fiasco, kind of like caused people to become a little bit deflated, and Trump didn't really say anything about crypto, brought the markets down a little bit here. But it looks like we're getting a bounce back here, and we're getting a bullish engulfing candle on the daily candle here for Solana. So Solana's looking pretty strong, and this might be people who are front running a possible good decision, a positive decision on the Solana ETF, which might happen on Friday. It's possible that it could happen on Friday. Okay. So with all that being said, okay, if I just take this Fibonacci analysis here and I measure from like the beginning of this pump that we had in November, and we take it over to the 295 high that we made here on Solana back on Sunday here, okay, what is that saying for a fib extension level? So we have now a fib extension level of 1.618, showing $381 Solana could be possible in the future here. Okay, let me just move this back here so we keep this at 295. So we'll keep that target in mind. Okay, but if I use like trend analysis here, okay, just measuring the trend that we made, okay, if I draw out the flagpole here, okay, and then we draw out the possible flag that we're creating here on Solana, okay, it's showing that Solana, if we were to break out right now at the 268 level here on this flag, we could see once again $380 is now looking like the price target. You got $380 on the trend analysis saying that that's a possibility, and then you also have the 1618 is saying $380 is a possibility. So I have a $380 price target on Solana as of now, based on what the charts are showing me. That's my bullish price target for Solana. And if you want a specific date where that could happen by the end of January, it's saying. Okay, if we keep up this momentum that we have right now, we can see a $380 Solana by the end of January, going into February. Okay. And I like to look at the bearish case here just to see, in case I might be wrong, what could happen next, right? If Solana gets rejected, and it could get rejected like literally just right now and today, we could come down to the bottom of this symmetrical triangle. Let me just adjust that. Yeah, so it's kind of touching the candle closes here. I mean the candle wicks here. We could come back down to like we could see $230 Solana again. $240 Solana, and then ping pong back and forth before we get some resolution and decide where we're gonna go next. If $230 Solana can't hold, then we might come right back down to this point of control, which is currently sitting at $180 Solana here. Okay. Yeah. $188, $190 Solana might be the next bearish target if we're not able to hold 230. Okay. So that's Solana's price targets. Let's look at some other cryptos here. We'll look at Cardano. See how Cardano's holding up. Looking at Cardano. Cardano currently trading at what, 99 cents? And Cardano is in this symmetrical triangle for the most part here. Still in that symmetrical triangle. It tried to break out of that symmetrical triangle. It tried breaking out of that symmetrical triangle, what? Last Friday? But it got rejected, so I guess I can readjust this here. So it takes those candle wicks into account here. So we're still in a triangle here, triangle pattern for Cardano. If I was to do trend analysis on Cardano, it might give us a bullish price target for Cardano. If I measure from basically from the beginning of November to the highs that we made here in the beginning of December, we take it to like where Cardano could break out at like $1.04 here maybe, and you're looking at possibly a $2 Cardano in the future, sometime maybe middle of March. Okay, that's the long-term bullish target on Cardano. The bearish take on Cardano is that we just come right back down to this trend line here, the bottom of the trend line, and we kind of hug it for a little bit as we try to stay in this triangle. Right now, if we were to come down, it's looking like a 93-94 cent Cardano could be like the short-term bearish target on Cardano. If Cardano gets below 84 cents, you know, that could be the end of this triangle that we're in, and we might finally get some resolution. Cardano could come down lower prices here, and if it's unable to hold 84 cents, then we have like some high volume node here on the VRVP and sideways trading price action that says that, you know, we could see Cardano trade at like 60 cents or 58 cents here. If we're going to be more bearish on Cardano. So that's the bearish case on Cardano. Near term bullish target on Cardano would be like we need to get above the high. I mean, I like the fact that Cardano did make a higher high here last Friday. We got to like $1.16, which is higher than this other local high on the daily chart where we only saw like a $1.15 and $1.11 as the highs over here back in the beginning of January. So Cardano is trying to make higher highs and it is trying to make higher lows. We are trying to start a bull trend here on Cardano. I like that. I like the fact that Cardano's trying to do that. I would like to see Cardano then try to get above $1.20, where it was trading at back in the beginning of December. And then of course we got to get above that $1.32 level that it got as high as back on Tuesday, December 3rd here. So Cardano's got some work to do, but you can't make money while it's trying to put in that work. Okay, if Cardano was to try to get back to the highs that it made in December at $1.32, you know, and you were to buy right now where Cardano's at 99 cents, you're looking at like a 34% gain on Cardano. So you got 34% upside on Cardano if it just gets back to where it was in December, the high in December. And you know, if you could put your stop loss right now, probably like right at the 83 cent level here on Cardano, and you're risking about 16%. So you're risking about 16% to try to get 32%. That's like a 2-to-1 risk reward ratio there. Not the greatest, not as great as some of these other cryptocurrencies are out there, like Ripple, but still might be worth it. Unless, of course, if you're playing for the long-term bullish target on Cardano, where you get up to like $2, then yeah, you're only risking about 16% to try to get 100% gain. Okay, so those are some price targets to keep in mind for Cardano. Yeah, we're gonna take a look at AVAX, guys. If you have a particular cryptocurrency you want me to look at, go ahead and make those requests. I'm taking requests right now. All right. So we are looking at AVAX Avalanche. Let me just get rid of some of this previous chart work here. And I'll even get rid of the VRVP just to make things more simple here. Alright, so, you know, just looking at Avalanche AVAX, okay? We're still in this descending triangle here. It's not even a symmetrical triangle, it's a descending triangle on AVAX. Excuse me. And AVAX currently trading at $36.86. I'm liking the risk-reward prospect on AVAX, right? We're near the bottom, and we're also near the end of this descending triangle. AVAX could continue just going sideways, which would be very weird and would frustrate a lot of bulls and bears here. Most likely, it will probably break down out of the descending triangle here, as they usually do. However, the thing that I do like about AVAX is that it actually came into this descending triangle from below. So the descending triangle should actually it should actually go up if we're going to continue being bullish here. And if we are going to continue being bullish, then you just measure from the low here that we made around like $22-23 back in the beginning of November. You measure here like it's a bull flag here, okay, to the top of the flagpole, and you just take that and you take it to like where we could break out here around like $37-38 AVAX, and it's saying that you could see like a $73 AVAX in the future here. That blue number. Don't get confused with this number here. I think this was like previous chart work, which I'm gonna go ahead and delete right now. But yeah, you can see a $73 AVAX, which is basically a double in price from where it is right now. And the reason why I like that is like you could get that double right with AVAX, and you don't have to risk that much. The risk reward for AVAX is very low. If you just bought right now at $36 and you put your stop loss at like maybe $33, you're only risking about like 9 or 10% to try and make 100%. That's like a 10-to-1 risk reward ratio on AVAX. Okay, and for you shorter term traders, like you could put your stop loss near the bottom of the descending triangle here at like $35, and then you could try to see if AVAX can just reclaim that recent high that it made here and over the weekend here, okay, where it got as high as like $41 here, and you'd be up like 13% or 14% on your short-term trade. And if we can get right above this high right here on January 7th, you get yourself maybe a 21% gain on AVAX. Okay, so you know, and once again, like, you know, risking it, you only have to risk maybe 4% to try and get 20%, you know, on your short-term trade. And then you can also risk 4% to try and get that 100% gain. If we were to get AVAX up to like $70 here, you're looking at a 100% gain on your investment. So that is the bullish and bearish. Well, I don't know. Did I really get the bearish? The bearish target for AVAX is like we could come right down to $33 here. If I turn on the VRVP, maybe that might tell us where the volume is here. We got some volume here at like $26. So, you know, AVAX could come down to like $26, $25 if it loses the $30, $33, $32 level here. Okay. Let me see. Did I cover the cryptos that I wanted to talk about here? I think, yeah, we talked about Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, XRP, Cardano, AVAX, some of the big cryptocurrencies out there. Appreciate you guys hitting the like button. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit that like button. Let's see if we can get the likes to match the amount of people that are in the live stream right now. Appreciate that very much. Very sincerely. Yeah, we keep this live stream short and sweet. If I don't get any more requests, you know, we don't have to go on that too long here. We did cover some of the major market cap cryptocurrencies here. Let's take a look at the Binance coin for those of you who are in Binance. So yeah, we have Binance coin. I haven't really done any chart work recently on Binance coin, but I do like the trend that it's making right here. We just keep making higher lows on Binance coin. Yeah. And it looks like Binance coin was getting some consolidation here after December 5th. So we have a downward trending line like that. So, you know, Binance coin looks like it's going to get some resolution here probably by next Wednesday, next Thursday. And it's going to have to make a decision. It's either going to frustrate the hell out of bulls and bears and go sideways a little bit more, or it's going to either go up or go down. And because it's in an uptrend, I'm going to side towards this thing is going to break out to the upside. And if we do break out to the upside, where could we possibly go? Well, the long-term trend, you know, is if we just take that trend line from the bottom to the top here, we treat this like a bull flag here, and we break out at like $700 Binance coin. Long-term bull target is about $1,000 on Binance coin. Wow. Okay. And if I was to do a Fibonacci analysis using that, let's see if the Fibonacci analysis agrees with it. You know, we take it from this high of 794 down to the low here at 470. The 1618 is also saying that Binance coin could be a $999, you know, basically $1,000 bucks. We could see $1,000 Binance coin. And the trend analysis says that could happen sometime beginning of May. Yeah. Beginning of May, you could see a $1,000 Binance coin. Currently, Binance, you can get it for like $700. That's like what? 30-40% gainer. Let me just measure that out here. We go from where we're at right now at 694 up to $1,000. Yeah, you got a 47% gainer on Binance coin as a long-term bull target. As of now, you know, Binance coin has to break through this 786 fib level at $726. And also would have to get past the recent high here in January 6th at 745. So, you know, that 745, 726 could be the next levels of resistance for Binance coin if it continues being bullish. If Binance was to get bearish here, looks like the VRVP is telling us where it could possibly go. You got the point of control right now, this blue line here, at about $580 Binance coin. So Binance could be like 580 or 590. You got the 0.382 level saying 596. Could possibly be where you get some support for Binance coin. So just some targets for you guys to keep in mind, depending upon whether you're bullish or bearish on Binance coin. Even if you're not bearish on Binance coin, it's good to know where the low level targets are, so you can possibly buy cheaper Binance coin. If you're interested in Binance coin for the long term, you can possibly scoop up some cheaper Binance coin if we get down to the 0.32 level at 596. But like the point of control is saying like 580, 582 as I'm reading the chart right now. Okay, so that's Binance coin. Yeah, I see we got some people in the chat here. Go ahead and put in your requests for your cryptocurrencies you want me to look at. Let me see which one's doing pretty well today. We'll see what the top gainer is doing. Right now, out of the top 100 cryptocurrencies out there, the top gainers is WorldCoin at 13.3%, and then Virtuals Protocol at 7.82%. Not many double-digit gainers today. Probably getting dragged down along with Bitcoin right now. Hyperliquid is also showing a pretty good day, up 7%. Pudgy Penguins up 7%. Radium up 5.25%. Tron up 5.19%. Solana, out of the top 5 cryptocurrencies, Solana is actually having a pretty good day, trading at 265, up 4.75%. We already talked about Solana, but why don't we look at WorldCoin, and then maybe we'll look at Virtuals, and then we'll call it a day here. Yeah. Let me get back in the charts here. So we were talking about WorldCoin, WLD. WorldCoin currently trading at $2.35 here. It's currently at the point of control, but it's actually having a good day here, up about 10.7%. Looks like we just bounced off of a low that we made here on Tuesday. We were as low as $1.79. We're struggling to stay in an uptrend here on WorldCoin. You know, we're barely just making higher lows here. Okay. And looks like WorldCoin actually had a really good day on the beginning of December here, Friday, December 6th here. So this thing is actually looking like it's in a falling wedge, to be honest. Yeah, maybe if I just connect the candle with closes here. Yeah. So let me just get rid of that one. We are making higher lows over the long term here, but looks like WorldCoin here was in a falling wedge, or maybe still might be in a falling wedge. Let me get rid of the VRVP here. WorldCoin, falling wedge. Falling wedges are bullish. They usually break out to the upside 70% of the time. So we'll see what tomorrow brings for WorldCoin. Maybe if we get another green candle, we can start breaking out of the towards the upside on WorldCoin here. But if WorldCoin gets rejected and stays in this falling wedge, then we could come right back down to the $1.70 level here, possibly, and still be in this falling wedge. Until we get some resolution. Looks like we might get some resolution by the beginning of February here. We could also possibly come right down to this low that we made here on November 4th, where WorldCoin was at $1.58. So those are the bearish targets on WorldCoin. Is like $1.58 or $1.70. The bullish take on WorldCoin here is that if we measure from the bottom to the top, it's just basically like a bull flag here, and we just take the measured move here, and if WorldCoin was the breakout at where it's at right now at $2.34, you could see WorldCoin come up to $4.82 as a long-term bull target for WorldCoin. So that is my bullish case for WorldCoin. If we were to try to be bullish here, you could possibly see a long-term price target of $4.08. I would like to see WorldCoin get above this high that it made here on the beginning of January. Looks like $2.80 is the high that it needs to beat, and then you know that you're actually making a higher high here, and then maybe make a higher low, make a higher high, and you're off to the races on WorldCoin. Okay. Another cryptocurrency that is also doing pretty well today is virtual. So let's take a look at virtual. Virtual currently trading at $2.85. I don't know why I had it like this. I think I was looking at, I saw something earlier in some previous chart work here, but let me just get rid of this here and get rid of that. Actually, no, I'll keep that. So what I'm looking at with virtuals here is possible double bottom on virtuals. If you just discount the wicks here, you have a candle opening here at like $2.58, but then also here you had a candle close at $2.67. They're within about 1 to 3% from each other, so you can count this as a double bottom for the most part. And with the double bottom, the way this plays out is if you measure from where the double bottoms are at, like right here at $2.58, right? And you measure to the top of this high in between the two bottoms, okay? You take that measure move towards where we could break out at, like at the recent high in between the two bottoms, and you could get yourself a $5.17 virtuals, which would be just shy of the high that it made back in January 2nd here. So yeah, you know, you get your nice little W shape here and off to the races on virtuals. Virtuals, you know, I did measure a Fibonacci analysis here. We had some resistance at $4, okay, which is the high that it got up to on January 15th here. We got a little bit higher than that, like $4.13. So you have 0.618 as a resistance, $4 as a resistance, $3.62 as a resistance, and also $3.23 as a resistance level as it tries to work its way up and try to make a bull case here for virtuals. Yeah, I see a double bottom here possibly that will send us up to higher prices, but I'm not sure how this is going to play out. We're going to make higher highs hopefully and higher lows to show that we're in a bull trend again for virtuals. Virtuals is looking pretty juicy, because you know you could buy virtuals right now at $2.86 and then put your stop loss at like $2, you know, at the candle lows here at like $2.40, and you're only risking what, from where we are right now to like $2.40? You're risking about 15%, right? However, if we could just get to that target at like $5 here, you got yourself an 80% gain. So you're risking like 15% for 80%. Let me get rid of this here. Yeah, 15% for 80%. That's like a 5-to-1 risk reward ratio. And like I said, you don't want to, you know, $2.40 is probably where I put the stop loss at. You probably don't want anything to do with virtuals if it goes lower than that. So you're only risking 15% of your money to try and get 80% gain on this crypto. But yeah, this right here, to me, I identify as a double bottom. The bearish target for virtuals. Let me just turn on VRVP, see if there's any some high volume nodes here. I mean, yeah, showing a high volume node at like 3 cents. Maybe if I just move the chart here a little bit, let's see if it can readjust. Yeah, so I mean the high volume, alright, here we go. Point of control is now showing like $3.47. So we got some volume here. We got some volume here at $3.40. We got some more volume here at $2.80. If we were to go more bearish, I think the next volume node here at like $1.70 and $1.60 could provide us some support here. So yeah, if you lose $2.40, you could come right down to $1.50, $1.60 before you get some support and try to, you know, continue on to higher prices here. Or you just continue on to down to low prices. But $1.50, $1.60 looks like it will be like the next. That is like, I would say, the long-term bearish target on virtuals. I think that's gonna be it for this live stream here, guys. I'm gonna show you some of my socials here. You can find me on a bunch of websites besides YouTube. You can find me on the Meet Damien Twitter. My Twitter handle is MeetDamien21. You can also find me on Instagram and Facebook, and you can also find me on TikTok under the name Meet Damien here. And I think that's gonna be it for today, guys. I appreciate you guys coming out to the live stream. If you're new to the live stream, go ahead and click that click that subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you know when I go live next time. But for now, guys, you know, maybe you might see me go live on Friday around the same time, and definitely you'll see me go live on Sundays at 5 p.m. East Coast time. Take care, guys.